Hello. 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 Hello.
मोबाईल सगळ्यांनी आहे ना सर
I think you can hear me.
मोबाईल आहे ना सगळ्यांनी
Loud and
लांब ठेवा
clear.
लॅपटॉप पासून.
Loud and clear. Mic check. महात्मा फुले ASC कॉलेज पनवेल इथे आपलं स्वागत आहे.
मॅडम
Good morning, ma'am. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, sir. तुमचा आवाज येतोय. Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, okay, okay. Confirm whether our keynote speaker has joined or not.
Yes, sir.
चार्जर काढ.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ganesh.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Principal Ganesh Thakur.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah. We are really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll start at 10 a.m. Okay. Let the others participant join.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Lina.
Good morning, Patil sir. This is
Thakur sir, good morning.
Good morning.
अभी तुम्हारा आवाज आएगा अरे अपन जो बात कर रहे हैं उनको आवाज जा रहा है
Sir, almost 90 participants have connected.
Wait for 2 minutes, 2 more minutes.
Okay, sir. So we have Anil Rokde sir with us.
Yes, yes.
Good morning, sir. Rokde sir, good morning.
केलं.
Kindly mute the participants. A technical person is after this. Rokde sir, welcome to this conference. Madam, proceed now.
Yes, sir. A very good morning to everyone who have connected with us, respected dignitaries, eminent speakers, faculty members, researchers, and dear participants. I am Dr. Leena Meshram, and it's my privilege to extend a warm welcome to this international e-conference on emerging trends in AI applicable for geography, information technology, and rural development, organized by Department of Geography, Rural Development, and Information Technology in association with Internal Quality Assurance Cell of RAYAT SHIKSHAN SANSTHA'S, Mahatma Phule, ASC College, Panvel, an institution accredited with NAC A+ grade and honored with the Best College Award by University of Mumbai. We are truly honored to have an eminent panel of speakers, academicians, researchers, and participants joining us live via Google Meet. From the diverse academic and professional background, this conference offers an important forum to discuss how artificial intelligence is reshaping fields such as geography, IT, and rural development, and how these advancements are supporting sustainable development. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed keynote speaker, Ms. Jidnyasa Patil. She is a robotics engineer at Ethon, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Her expertise in robotics, automation, and AI-driven system offers a global and industry-oriented perspective on emerging AI applications. We are honored to have you with us, ma'am. We are equally
Madam, you are not audible. Just check the mic.
Hello.
Okay, go on.
So from beginning, I was not audible.
Okay, go on.
We equally are delighted to welcome our distinguished resource persons for today's technical session. Honorable Anand Shiralkar sir, founder and CEO, DG Future Tech Private Limited from Japan, whose expertise in advanced technologies and future-driven innovations will greatly enrich our understanding on AI applications in global and rural development context. We also welcome Honorable Hanumant Patil sir, CEO, Sepia Innovations Tokyo from Japan, whose work in technology-driven solutions and innovation ecosystem add immense value to this conference. We are deeply grateful to both the speakers for sparing their valuable time and sharing their expertise with us. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed principal, Dr. Ganesh Thakur sir, an eminent academician and former secretary of RAYAT SHIKSHAN Samstha, for his visionary leadership and strong support in nurturing a vibrant, research-oriented academic environment. I also acknowledge the presence of our respected vice principals, Professor Gauri sir and Dr. R.A. Patil sir, who is also the convener of this conference and head of Department of Geography. A special acknowledgement goes to the organizing team, Mr. S.L. Gove sir, IQAC coordinator, Dr. Ramesh Matre sir, organizing secretary and head of Department of Rural Development, Mrs. Nandini Gaikwad, organizing secretary and head Department of IT, and all the faculty members of the organizing department for their careful planning and efforts in ensuring the successful organization of this international e-conference. I also welcome all the heads of various departments, academic professors, colleagues, and all the participants who have joined us from different colleges. Your presence truly enriched this event, and we are delighted to have you all with us. Today's theme highlights the growing importance of artificial intelligence as a transformative force across disciplines, particularly in addressing real world challenges related to spatial analysis, digital technologies, and rural empowerment. We are confident that today's deliberation will lead to a meaningful academic exchange, collaborative thinking, and innovation research directions. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all the participants and wish everyone a meaningful and enriching experience. It's my honor to invite Honorable Principal Dr. Ganesh Thakur sir, an exceptional leader in the field of higher education, a former secretary of RAYAT SHIKSHAN Samstha. Sir has made a significant impact as both an academician and an administration. His outstanding contribution has been recognized with numerous prestigious honors, including Best Principal Award from University of Mumbai and more recently, the Prabodhankar Thakre Ideal Principal Award from RAYAT Samstha. Sir's vision and dedication have been a constant source of inspiration for all of us. I request Sir to deliver the welcome address and share his valuable thoughts with us. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. At the outset, I pay my tribute to great social reformer and visionary educationist Phule and Karmavir Bhaurao Patil for their selfless service to the masses. Dignitaries present on the online platform for this international e-conference, keynote speaker, daughter of our faculty member, Mr. Vijay Kumar Patil, Honorable Jidnesha Patil, robotics software engineer, University of Pasadena, Athon, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States of America. Resource person for today's conference, Honorable Anand Shiralkar sir, founder and CEO, DG Future Tech Private Limited, Japan. Other resource person of the conference, Honorable Hanumant Patil sir, CEO of Sepia Innovations, Tokyo, Japan. All the participants from various countries and various states of India, principals of various institutes, vice principal, head department of geography, and convener of this conference, Dr. Rajaram Patil, vice principal of science faculty, Professor Dr. Lakshman Gauri, head department of rural development and organizing secretary of this conference, Dr. Ramesh Matre, coordinator of internal quality assurance, Mr. Sopan Gove, head department of information technology and co-convener of this conference, Mrs. Nandini Gaikwad, research scholars faculty members, and dear students. It is my extreme pleasure to welcome you all for this international e-conference jointly organized by Department of Geography, Rural Development, and Information Technology in collaboration with IQAC on the topic Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence Applicable for Geography, Information Technology, and Rural Development. Dear participants, our college is run by our parent institution, RAYAT SHIKSHAN SANSTHA, which is one of the largest educational institutes in Asia, founded by Padma Bhushan Dr. Bhaurao Payagonda Patil in 1919. Education through self-help is the motto of our parent institution, and it strives to uplift the educational standard of deprived and downtrodden section of the society. State government as well as central government has honored our parent institution with prestigious awards for its praiseworthy contribution in the field of education. Our college, Mahatma Phule ASC College Panvel, was established way back in 1970 with a vision to provide quality education to all classes of the society. I feel very proud to mention some of our achievements in the recent past. A+ grade in 4th cycle of NAC accreditation, Best College Award from University of Mumbai, Karmavir Paritoshik, that is Best College Award from our parent institution, ISO 9001 certification from International Accreditation Forum, DPT Star College Grant from Government of India. Friends, we all are marching ahead with a mission to achieve some of our short-term and long-term goals as per our perspective plan in the years to come. Today's International E-Conference is organized to highlight the importance of artificial intelligence in diverse fields, but with special reference to geography, information technology, and rural development. Artificial intelligence is a field of computer science focused on creating machines that mimic human cognitive functions like learning, reasoning, problem solving, and perception, enabling them to perform complex tasks such as understanding language, recognizing patterns, and making decisions, ultimately leading to applications like self-driving cars, virtual assistants, and advanced data analysis. High-profile applications of AI include advanced web search engines such as Google Search, recommendation systems used by YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix, virtual assistants. The best example is Google Assistant, Siri, and Alexa, generative and creative tools like language models and AI art. Artificial intelligence was founded as an academic discipline in 1956, and the field went through multiple cycles of optimism throughout its history, followed by periods of disappointment and loss of funding, known as AI winters. Funding and interest vastly increased after 2012, when graphics processing units started to accelerate neural networks and deep learning, which outperform previous AI concepts and techniques. This growth accelerated further after 2017 with the transformer architecture. In the 2020s, an ongoing period of rapid progress in advanced generative AI became the AI boom. Artificial intelligence in geography or geo-AI revolutionizes data analysis, mapping, and decision making by automating complex tasks like processing satellite imagery, enabling predictive modeling for climate or disasters, optimizing urban planning such as traffic and resources, and enhancing precision agriculture, making processes faster, smarter, and supporting sustainable development goals. Key applications of artificial intelligence in geography are found in environmental monitoring and climate prediction by analyzing satellite data for deforestation, sea level rise, biodiversity, monitoring, and precise climate impact forecasting. In disaster management, by predicting floods or earthquakes, real-time damage assessment, and optimizing resource allocation for response efforts. In urban planning and smart cities, by optimizing infrastructure, managing traffic flow, monitoring air quality, and planning efficient resource distribution. In resource management, by enhancing precision agriculture such as crop, health, water, and optimizing logistics like degrading for waterways. In mapping and data analysis, by automating feature extraction from imagery, generating digital maps, and improving geolocation accuracy. In transportation, by optimizing supply chains, predicting navigation challenges, and enhancing the route planning. In human geography, by understanding population dynamics, analyzing urban resident activity, and informing policy decisions. Artificial intelligence in information technology automates tasks, boosts cybersecurity, optimizes operations, and enhances decision making by using algorithms to learn from data, mimicking human intelligence for things like threat detection, IT support, code generation, network monitoring, and predicting system failures, making IT more efficient, proactive, and secure. Key uses of artificial intelligence in IT are found in IT operations, cybersecurity by real-time threat detection, automated incident response, analyzing vast log data and identifying phishing attempts. In software development by code generation, automated code review, creating documentation and testing. In IT support and service management by AI-powered chatbots for instant help, automated ticket routing and summarizing issues. In data analytics and business intelligence by discovering hidden trends in complex data sets, generating reports, and creating visualization. Artificial intelligence is used in rural development to improve agriculture, healthcare, education, and infrastructure by providing data-driven insights, automating tasks, and enhancing service delivery. It helps farmers with precision agriculture, provides personalized and remote education, enables telemedicine, and assists the e-governance by streamlining processes and improving access to information. Applications of artificial intelligence in agriculture sectors are found in precision farming, where AI analyzes data like soil conditions, weather pattern, and crop health to give farmers real-time recommendations for watering, fertilizing, and pest control to maximize yields. In crop and pest monitoring, drones and image recognition can monitor crop abundance and detect early signs of diseases or pests, allowing for timely intervention. For resource management, artificial intelligence can optimize irrigation systems, particularly in water-scarce areas, by scheduling water delivery only when and where it is needed. In healthcare sector, for telemedicines, AI can help extend healthcare services to remote areas through telemedicine and diagnostic supports. For remote support, chatbots and AI-powered agents can provide real-time health information and assistance to rural citizens. Artificial intelligence can also be used in education sector for personalized learning, where AI can tailor educational content to individual student needs, making learning more engaging and effective. For remote access, AI-powered platforms help deliver educational resources to students in remote areas addressing issues like teacher shortage and low quality of education. For teacher support, AI tools can assist teachers with lesson planning, grading, and identifying learning gaps, allowing them to focus more on individual students' attention. E-governance and infrastructure. In streamlined services, AI can improve the efficiency, transparency, and speed of government services in rural administration. For infrastructure management, smart infrastructure solutions powered by AI can optimize energy consumption, manage water resources, and enhance transportation systems. For development planning, AI can analyze data to identify underserved villages and predict future needs, helping to optimize the allocation of resources for targeted development. For financial inclusion, AI can help expand access to financial services in rural areas too. I'm confident that the keynote speaker and the resource person will enrich us with their expertise on the theme of the conference. Before I conclude, once again, I welcome you all for this international conference. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such a warm and thoughtful welcome address. Your inspiring words has really set the tone for today's event. Looking forward for the keynote address now. It's now time to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker. I would like to invite Ms. Nandini Gaikwad, Head of IT Department, to formally introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Jidnasa Patil, Robotic Software Engineer at Ethon, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Myself, Mrs. Nandini Gaikwad. Myself, Mrs. Nandini Gaikwad, Head Department of Information Technology. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome all the respected dignitaries, speakers, researchers, academicians, and participants to this international online conference. It is my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker for this session, Ms. Jidnesha Patil, a highly accomplished robotic software engineer currently working with ST Engineering, Athon, Petersburg, USA. Ms. Jidnesha Patil holds a master's degree in robotics from Worcester Polytechnic Institute, USA, and a bachelor in electronics communication engineering from the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Pune. She has a strong expertise in robotics, software development, autonomous navigation, SLAM, sensor fusion, and ROS2 based system. She has worked with the reputed organizations such as SmartApp and the Dassault Systems SolidWorks, where she made significant contributions in mapping, localization, motion planning, and autonomous robot behaviors. Her work spans advanced technologies, including SLAM, reinforcement learning, extended Kalman filters, and the multi-robot system, with applications in autonomous vehicles and service robots. With a strong technical foundation and practical industry experience, Ms. Jidnesha Patil continues to contribute to the advancement of robotics and the intelligence system. I respectfully invite Ms. Jidnesha Patil to deliver her session and share her valuable insights with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vidnesha Patil, and thank you so much for inviting me to speak on this topic here. It's an honor to be speaking to everyone about this. I'm trying to share my screen. Please let me know if you can see it. the screen visible?
Yes, madam, you are visible.
Awesome. So today, I hope to discuss with you all how AI is changing our world, like the physical world that we live in. I know that you introduced me. I just wanted to share a video of the kind of robots that I work with in hospitals to deliver uh, objects from one place to another. It could be medicine or food or any different kind of things that are needed to be moved in hospitals and in hotels. So coming to the official topic, I would like to start with just a brief talk about what artificial intelligence is. And I actually want to ask you guys that what you think artificial intelligence is, like as a basic definition. Like, what do you think artificial intelligence really means?
Actually, ma'am, the students won't be answering because we have mute them.
That's right. That's right. So I know that Principal Sir mentioned the very amazing definition. That's exactly what we're trying to convey here. That, but in the simplest of terms, basically, artificial intelligence is kind of this tool which is trying to mimic how we think as humans, how we try to solve any problems or understand any situation, how we try to create new things and kind of by default automate anything that's happening. And from a technical perspective, in the last few years, we've heard this term so many times that artificial intelligence is being used in this thing and these things in these tools and technologies. But what I would like to just go over how what each of these concepts that are like part of artificial intelligence mean so that you can understand better that how these are being used. So basically, artificial intelligence is this blanket term for any system or program that can make intelligent decisions like humans do. Now, machine learning is kind of like a part of artificial intelligence where we just train an algorithm to make and give it data and tell it to make any decision based on that data and predict what's going to happen. Like around 60, 70 years ago, when artificial intelligence was just beginning, it used to be very simple that you used to tell engineers and people working with AI used to kind of explicitly state that if this happens, then the program needs to do this thing. But with machine learning, you don't need to tell each and every small thing, like each and every small if else statement. You don't need to specify each and every case that can happen for the machine to understand that what to do. And machine learning basically is training an algorithm to understand what the relationship in a certain set of data is. And a basic building block in the entire AI field, the most important building block that we see right now is neural networks. Now, neural networks are kind of based on how we think, like how our brains work. We have like a lot of neurons in our brains which keep firing every time we do anything and repeat that action. It could be as simple as picking up a glass of water. What keeps happening is that since we were kids, we are just the neurons keep sending these electrical signals, and it creates pathways in our brains so that we never need to think about it as much again. And after years, we don't even, it's like a background process. You don't explicitly think about doing that small task. Now, neural networks are trying to mimic that for computers. So you can see in this diagram that these small circles, they are called the nodes, which are kind of like the neurons we have in our brain. And a neural network basically is all these layers of connected nodes that are trying to understand how any pattern in a data set exists, like how it's going to work together and how we can understand any inference, any data, and understand the situation about that data. We can talk about some examples about it later so that you understand this concept a little bit better. Um, Another thing in machine learning is supervised learning, which is kind of like the most commonly used. It's where AI actually started to shine in the beginning, because in supervised learning, what we do is we give it some data and we tell it that this data means this. Like you can give it a 15 pictures of a teacup and tell it that this is how a teacup looks. And that model, that machine learning model, is going to learn to identify any teacup from the set of pictures that you gave it. It doesn't have to be the same picture. It can start identifying how a teacup looks. Now, deep learning is kind of like the next level. In machine learning, whatever you have like these neural networks which have only 2 or 3 layers in the middle, but deep learning has 3 to 100 layers. Now, how this helps is it just helps the model make more complex decisions. So it doesn't have to be as simple as saying that is this from the teacup example, is the thing that you're showing, is the picture showing it, is it a teacup or not? Now, you cannot keep doing that for like all the objects, or even like say 10 objects with one machine learning model. You need a more complicated neural network for that. So deep learning is where that comes in, and deep learning is basically used in all of these different fields that we see right now. Like NLP means natural language processing, where you're trying to make a computer, a program understand how we speak any of the languages that we are speaking. Like there used to be a time when we needed to tell the computer that, oh, if you see these words, that is what this means. If I asked what is a neural network, this is the answer you'll give. But right now with NLP, even if I ask a system which is trained like that model that, oh, I don't understand neural networks, it will still give me the definition of neural networks, because the computer understands that both what is neural networks and I don't understand neural networks means the same thing. Computer vision is basically trying to get data from any of the images that you have and understanding what to do with that data. Computer vision, I feel like, is a very interesting field, especially in robotics, because once you add a camera to anything, then it just becomes so much easier to gather all this data and understand what needs to happen. Even our phones with the Face ID thing, or any phone that opens while just looking at your face, any Windows 11 laptop that opens by looking at your face, is just looking for these features that it's running a very tiny model that is like an image processing model, which falls under computer vision. And it's so genius that it's just looking at the T zone, like the line connecting your eyebrows and the line that goes down to your nose. So it's just looking at that area. And I know that it's progressed a lot better from there, because now we can also open phones when you have a mask on, when your face is not completely visible. But that's how it started. And reinforcement learning is another interesting field, because in reinforcement learning, you're trying to teach a computer or a program what to do in a certain situation by letting it fail over and over again. I feel like reinforcement learning is the way that we humans learn to do anything. Like when we were kids, we try to touch something hot and we realize that, oh, it's hot, and we don't try to do it again. So that's like the idea behind reinforcement learning. You're trying to reinforce a behavior by telling it that, by just trying to generalize that this is when you did it right and this is when you did it wrong. And the most recent, I would say, topic that has come up is generative AI, where These are also deep learning models, but they are very, very huge deep learning models which have trained on so much data that they can create original things now. They can create very real videos. They can create long, long paragraphs of text. They can create new images based on what you wanted to do. And these, so the biggest example I would say is ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a language model. It's a large language model. So that means it basically starts only deals mostly with text, but with the recent developments we have like images and PDFs that it can deal with, and these generative AI models, they have been trained on terabytes of data. Now a terabyte is 1,000 GB, and a petabyte is 1,000 terabytes, and they create neural networks which have at least 100 crore parameters. Like these blocks in the middle that you see, these hidden layers, well, deep learning networks have around 100 hidden layers. A foundation model can have crores of hidden layers. And that's how it's able to do all of these different things. A few examples that I would like to go over is for the state, like it started with state machines 50, 60 years ago, that you just tell it, if someone enters a room, you can turn on a light. Then it went on to like supervised learning. You give it a set of data, give it pictures of some one object, give it pictures of a chair, and tell it to identify a chair. But that is limited to what kind of pictures you give it. If you give it pictures only from like the front of the chair, then it's not going to identify a chair. If you tell it to identify a chair from like a side view, because it won't understand that. Reinforcement learning is like it can teach programs, simulated robots to walk, to dance, but it takes weeks and weeks of training to achieve that. And foundation models need about need more fine-tuned training to tell you what's happening. But all of these are like going a level above, and they can start doing more complicated things that kind of humans already know how to do, but you want to like teach a computer to do it. And just to give you an idea of what the computationally how it looks. Now, a simple gaming laptop, not a simple, but a gaming laptop which can run good games has a GPU, say 3060, and that GPU can perform 12 trillion operations, convolutions, multiplications, additions per second. And that kind of a system still needs 30 minutes of training with a deep learning model, which is already trained to identify objects in real time. A reinforcement learning model will need at least 3 to 4 days to learn a simple game where you just need to jump, like, and just the first level. And ChatGPT 3 was trained on 1,000 GPUs, which were far better than this 3060 GPU for about 40 days to get where it was. So you understand how complicated it keeps getting. And even though it gets complicated, now we have all these tools from all these models which are already trained on so much data, and they're available to use. So where can we use them? First thing that I came across was information access. I feel like, especially in rural areas, there is this thing where people need to wait for long to find out the information they need. Say if there's some small village and you need to get your Aadhaar card, then you need to know that, oh, these are the documents that you need. And the only way right now to find out is you either call them, or the worst case scenario is you go to the office, you wait in line till it's your turn to speak to the official and then find out that, oh, you're missing this one thing. But language models which are trained to understand any language, say Marathi, Hindi, any language, can just tell you that this is what you need, and it doesn't need it can be used by anyone. That's the main point, that you don't need training, you don't need to understand how to do any specific thing to get to be able to use all these things. It could be simply it could be available all the time. It could help reduce the workload on all these on the people working there, and get all the answers you need without having to wait for someone to be available. Another good example of this is road connectivity analysis based on data sets which have satellite mapping, like satellite images. You can identify which villages don't have good road connections, and how it affects like all the other systems that are working in the village, like which villages need better healthcare, better education, where there are issues that need to be solved as soon as possible. And these models can be trained with existing expertise that people have, so that they can help them do their work faster and just reduce their workload, so that all of these things still happen, just on an accelerated timeline. Next is agriculture. Based on its the amount of data we have about how the soil is, what kind of weather we can expect based on humidity and wind. All of that can be just used to train these models, so that we know that this is when we need more water, this is when we need less water. How you could just fly a drone over a field and have an algorithm analyze that data to find out that what if there are any issues with the health of whatever is growing in the fields, and how you can get like the best amount of input from it. I found a website which has all of these data sets and a few basic models to use. It's called AI Kosh. It's a government website. If anyone wants to start with it, it already has like a lot of users and a lot of data all readily available for anybody to use. I know Sir talked about Tagore Sir talked about the education aspect of it, and I feel like that's where AI shines the most, because maybe it's because I've worked in a little bit in that area a while ago. But having a personalized pace for students to understand concepts just makes it so much easier for everyone to get into like their own speed of learning. Also, it helps the teachers because they can just focus on what concepts they need to talk to with their students, what questions they need to answer in person. It's like that tool to help teachers do the thing that matters most to them and take away some of the load from them so that they can focus better. From a robotics standpoint, I feel like there is a lot that can happen, especially with by using exoskeletons. You can have an exoskeleton help you lift heavy objects without hurting yourself, or you can just have a robot that moves and is transporting things that you don't want to lift or are difficult to lift with. When there's like repetitive tasks that you would rather not do, like it's already cleaning robots, but you could also always have you could actually train a robot to do anything that needs the same motions. And one interesting application that I came across was a physical entity that people can talk to get answers. It's like Alexa, but Alexa is a small um, kind of like a speaker. But a robot could basically be something that is bringing you things, because it can move around and it can follow you. It can make all these emergency calls if it sees that you're in danger. If you have fallen somewhere, or if you have hurt yourself. And there are a lot of different ways that this could go. But when we know that these things, like AI tools, can do so many amazing things, there's also a few things that we need to be careful of because it can do so many things. Now, with generative AI becoming so popular recently, there is also this big question of what information can you trust? Like, what is real and what is AI generated? You don't know how, like, you cannot trust a video that comes to you, because if what happens is, if you record a video of you speaking about something, you won't know if someone has changed the audio on it. And if that gets circulated, that's kind of a difficult situation, because it can be used by people with malicious intents to spread any kind of misinformation about you. There's also the biggest factor about data privacy, that yes, all of these systems are getting your data. Like when you're using ChatGPT, you know that anything you put in ChatGPT is going to be used in their training set. And I believe it was like when ChatGPT was launched, that was the biggest concern, that there were like warnings in the entire model on their websites and their apps that do not put in any kind of sensitive data like your Aadhaar number, your driving license, your pictures. Now, pictures I feel like are okay because you also have them on different social media websites. You have them on LinkedIn, but like sensitive information like your identification documents, like your passport, and when you give it information about certain personal aspects, your financial information, that's when it gets tricky, because what this model is doing is it's going to learn from that data. Say you gave it your account number for something, like you wanted to write an email to someone and you told it that, oh, this is what I wrote, write this nicely. Now it has your account number. And the problem is that even if the model does nothing with it, nobody's looking at so much data. But the main issue arrives when if someone else has asked that, oh, give me a example of how to write an email to this bank again. There's a good possibility that that account number that you gave it is going to show up in that example email. And I know that they have made some changes recently so that that does not happen. But that is one of the things that even at work, as someone working in a company with robots in production, we have faced a lot, that there's warnings everywhere that you cannot put any code that you write that goes on the robot. You cannot have it go through any of the AI tools, at least the free versions, because you need to pay like these companies like Microsoft, Google, to have their pro versions that keeps this information completely separate so that it never shows up when anyone else is using them. There's also the thing about bias and discrimination in data. It's a world where we are using all of this data that already exists to train tools. And the thing is that any model, any computer, any system is never going to know what is right and wrong. I don't think that we are there yet. Maybe we will be someday, but what it's going to do, it's just going to learn from existing data. And the problem with that is there is always some sort of bias existing in the data that is available. It it could be something very small, but it could also be affecting a lot of other things. And that also means that whatever answers any of these models are giving you may not always be correct. So it's always good to verify anything that you're searching for. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of having to ask maybe ChatGPT or Copilot something, but it also shows up in their systems in every time you search that you need to verify this. You can actually try it out yourself. Ask ChatGPT a question. When it gives you an answer, ask it that why this thing is not the other way around. And more often than not, it's going to get confused and keep saying contradictory things. And the last, I think the most important thing is scams. There's always people who try to kind of exploit other people based on, and they will have more tools right now because you won't know what's real and what's not. Think that's about all I had. But if you have any questions, please let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We have some questions from the students. Shall I ask it?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So the first question is like, are we transitioning from software-driven IT to data-driven IT because of machine learning?
I feel like even before machine learning, there was all this an entire field of data analysis and scientists. It was just more more people had to work a lot harder to find these patterns between the data, make these dashboards, and understand how each and everything relates to one another. Machine learning just made it easier and faster for that to happen, so that that many people don't need to put their input into it. It's like anything you have data on right now, you can, and you have an expert in the field, you can condense that knowledge and have a model help you do that. But the thing, there's also this flip side that there is always going to be some need, at least now, for someone to verify that, okay, whatever this model is telling me is correct.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. One more question. What skills should IT professional develop for machine learning driven workplaces? Like if they have to develop few skills from IT sector, what skills they should have?
So, especially in the IT sector, I feel like you always start with coding, anyways. But having a good foundation of coding and mathematics, like, I never thought that mathematics would turn out to be that important. Like all these proofs that I learned in undergrad, I never thought that, oh, why do I need to know them? But then later, especially in machine learning, deep learning, it became very apparent that yes, to understand how this is working, it is a lot of maths and it is held up by math. So I feel like coding and fundamentals of how mathematics is working, that is the most important thing. And right now, with everything, all these resources online, I feel like it's become that much easier to get started with it. There are everyone, especially who's a student, has free access to uh, data sets, to all these training tools online, models online, to training servers online. So even if you think that, oh, I can just learn, but I can never try to train my own model, that's not true. You can try to train your own model. AWS servers have specific, you just need a student account. And it's just a matter of signing up and you get information about, oh, this is how many models you can train in a month, in a year. You have that access as long as you have a student, and you have access to data sets, you have access to tutorials, everything. And all websites, especially the websites which have their own foundation models, specifically like NVIDIA, IBM, have very step by step written, explained tutorials that even I still use to find out what's happening. And their support and their, especially the community support on their forums, is so nice, because if something doesn't work, you just put a question on it and in a day or two you have the answers. So it's just like a matter of finding all these things and finding what interests you to get started.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope that answers the question. The next question is AI strengthening cyber defense system faster than cyber criminals are adopting AI?
Think it is, because otherwise we would be in a lot of trouble.
Okay. And can neural network learn geography without maps?
I don't think so. Neural networks are only as good as what data you feed it. If you are not going to feed it maps, it's not going to have the context it needs. It's just like how we don't know anything before we have seen that situation or that concept before. It's uh, it's obviously true that humans need a lot less time to get used to the fact and learn about anything new. But neural networks need that much more training so that they understand the correct things to take from that data. So you obviously need data for it.
Madam, I have one question. Jitnesha, how to identify the fake videos which are prepared by using AI?
So it is a little bit difficult right now because the video generation has become very sophisticated. So you won't understand that if something is real or not that easily. Because before it used to be easier because the video generation was not that great. But now I feel like you need to verify. You need three different sources, at least three independent sources to verify that any information you see is true or not. And it's just like this basic thing. I feel like it in some time it will be. I hope it comes to a point where AI generated videos need to have like this watermark or some mark that this video has been edited or generated using AI, and that would just help a lot more. But before that happens, it's kind of up to us that if some like especially related to a lot of things, I feel like the best way I try to gauge whether something is true or not is if something feels too good to be true, it's a good idea to verify whether that is actually true.
That is needed because it
Yes.
can spoil someone's life, no?
Yes.
Thank you, Jitnesha, for your nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. We have some more questions. Okay. So, what role do neural network play in the transition from rule-based system to intelligent system?
So rule-based systems need explicit rules most of the time. A neural network will not need you to tell the system that this is what it means. This thing specifically is what you're looking for. If you give it enough data and enough time to train on that given data, it's going to learn on its own that, oh, this is the pattern that I'm looking for. So every time it encounters anything new, it's going to not need any input. It's going to keep getting better at identifying that, oh, this is what we are looking for. It's just a matter of giving it data that is general enough. And I feel like that is the most important thing and the most rising field right now, like data analytics and data science. Because the model's only going to be as good as your data is.
Hello, ma'am. That
Hello.
are we moving from the platform centric IT to app centric digital ecosystems?
I think that shift has been happening for a while, but I am not that connected to the IT field that much, so I wouldn't know the best way to answer that. I do think that with rise of smartphones, now that everybody has smartphones, it's become a lot easier for people who had platforms, web platforms, or different kinds of platforms to just make an app for it and give access to that same data to get more users. And that's why it does seem like you have more app-centric platforms right now.
Thank you, Jignasa madam. Thank you so much for such an insightful address, which has really given a valuable perspective on the real world application on artificial intelligence and its future possibilities. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. We now move to the next session. We are honored to have with us Shri Anand Shiralkar, sir, founder and CEO, DG Future Tech Private Limited, Japan, as our next resource person. I request Dr. R.A. Patil, sir, Head, Department of Geography, to introduce our resource person. Over to you, sir.
Dr. Rajaram Patil, Head Department of Geography and the convener of today's international online conference. It is my privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker, Honorable Anand Shiralkar, sir. Honorable Anand Shiralkar is a multi-venture founder, global investor and ecosystem catalyst with over 2 decades of experience in technology, AI-driven content localization, and cross-border startup growth. He has successfully founded and scaled more than 7 companies, invested in over 20 startups globally, and played a key role in building strong innovation ecosystems across India, Japan, and United States. He is the founder and CEO of DG Future Tech Private Limited, where he leads AI-powered content localization and AI human building solutions for global media distribution. He is also the co-founder of RAIN and AI Human Building Factory, transforming multilingual content delivery, and the founder of Global Growth Accelerator, a fast-growing AI-first community supporting founders and executives worldwide. As an investor and advisor, Mr. Shiralkar actively mentors startups in AI, SaaS, deep tech, and global expansion. His work has been instrumental in fostering international collaborations, especially between India and Japan. With a strong belief, global thinking, fast execution, and collaborative to empower founders and leaders to scale in an AI-driven world. I request Mr. Anand Shiralkar to kindly deliver your session and enlighten the audience with your thoughts, experiences, and vision. Thank you.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Namaste.
Speaker
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Sarvapratham namaskar sarvana and good morning to everyone. Thank you, Principal Sir, Mr. Ganesh Thakur, professors, organizers, and all the students who have joined this session. So what I will do today is I'll just quickly, already, right, like you have got the background. I'll give you a very high level background, and then I'll share, right, my story. And I understand that this session is more about AI. So we'll talk about AI as well. So I started my journey after engineering. I got an opportunity to work in Japan where I worked in several large Japanese companies. I worked in startups, including Theta Music Technology, worked in large companies such as Entity Communications over there. And then I got opportunity to work in equity research, where I worked in Citigroup, where I got an opportunity to look at large companies from a different perspective or different ways. So what I did, I was heading analytics and alternative research at Citigroup, where I got an opportunity to look at Japanese companies, how they grew their companies, how they became what they are right now, and how they look at how they run the company. That's something, right, like gave me a very good idea about thinking of the long-term perspective, how they ensure that the innovation happens. At the same time, the company's employees, company shareholders, and everything, right? Like how everything, all these equations are preserved. So it was a great opportunity. But while working there, yes, I came across a lot of experiences. And what I'm going to do today is I'll take you through all those experiences. I'll have in English and Marathi, and I hope that's okay. It looks like someone has to mute. Hello. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I will today talk about AI in entertainment industry. So it will also give you some idea of the application of AI. And this could also help you ensure that when you are planning to apply anything in your domain, or if you want to create something by your own, perhaps it will give some additional pointers for you. So let me start with the story, and I hope Marathi, I mean talking in Marathi in between would be okay for everyone. I'm assuming that because since the college in Maharashtra, it will add some additional flavor. So unless it is not okay, please let me know.
No, sir, it's okay. Absolutely okay, sir.
Perfect. Okay. So मी माझी एक 2005-06 मधली एक स्टोरी सांगतो की मी जेव्हा जपानमध्ये सुनामाची नावाचं एक स्टेशन आहे, तर तिथे मी राहायचो, आणि तेव्हा माझी आई रेग्युलरली यायची जपानमध्ये. तर तिथे एक जवळच एक स्थानिक बाजार होता, सुनामाची गिंझा नावाचा, आणि आई तिथे रेग्युलरली जायची. मी एक मिनिट, माझ्याकडे मी तेव्हा त्याचा फोटो पण काढून ठेवला होता. सो लेट मी ट्राय टू सी इफ आय कॅन शेअर दॅट. Just give me a second. Let me know if you're able to see the screen. So, सुनामाची गिंझा नावाचा एक बाजार होता. तर तुम्हाला दिसतीये ना स्क्रीन? येस. तर तिथे एक फळांचं दुकान होतं, आणि माझी आई रेग्युलरली त्या फळांच्या दुकानामध्ये जायची, आणि तिथे एक आजी होत्या, त्यांच्याशी आई बराच वेळ गप्पा मारायची, आणि खूप वेळा जायची. मला म्हणजे सुरुवातीला मला असं वाटायचं की ओके, तिचा फिरायला जाते, ती तिथे गप्पा मारायला जाते, तर त्याच्यामुळे तिथे जात असेल. पण नंतर मला काय जाणवलं की त्या आजी आणि आई बराच वेळ गप्पा मारायच्या. आई मराठीतून बोलायची, आणि त्या आजी आहेत तर त्या जॅपनीज बंद बोलायच्या, आणि ते तासनतास बोलत बसायच्या. तर आता मला कुतूहल असं होतं की नक्की ते काय बोलतात, म्हणून मी एकदा ना त्यांचा संवाद ऐकायचं ठरवलं. त्या आजी घरी पण यायच्या बऱ्याच वेळेस. तर मी म्हटलं की ठीक आहे, ऐकू आपण. आणि मला जॅपनीज भाषा पण कळायची आणि मराठी पण येत होती, त्याच्यामुळे मी त्यांचं भाषण, अगदी संभाषण ऐकत होतो. आणि मला म्हणजे मी जेव्हा ऐकलं तेव्हा मला असं कळालं की 90 ते 95% त्या दोघी ज्या काही बोलत होत्या त्याचा एकमेकांशी काहीच संबंध नव्हता. आणि मी म्हटलं की म्हणजे हे काय बोलतायत, आणि मला असं वाटलं आई आता जपानला आली आहे, तिच्या इथे फ्रेंड्स नाहीयेत कोणी किंवा ओळखीचे नाहीयेत लोक, त्याच्यामुळे ती बोलते की तिचा वेळ जात नाही म्हणून ती हे करते, राईट, गप्पा मारते आणि असं करते. पण मी आईला म्हटलं, अगं आई, तू एवढं गप्पा मारतेस त्यांच्याशी, तुला खरंच कळतंय का त्या काय बोलतायत त्या? कारण का मला या 2 गोष्टी कळतायत ना, त्यातून तुम्ही काय बोलताय त्याचा काहीच संदर्भ लागत नाहीये. मग तेव्हा मला आई खूप इंटरेस्टिंग एक वाक्य म्हणाली. आई मला म्हणाली की अरे, आम्ही फक्त संभाषण करत नाही आहोत किंवा आम्ही भाषा बोलून संभाषण नाही करत, आम्ही आत्म्याची भाषा बोलतोय. आता हे सुद्धा माझ्या डोक्यावरनं गेलं. मी म्हटलं की ठीक आहे, की माझं पण तिथे तेव्हा काम चाललं होतं. मी म्हटलं की ओके, हे असेल की आईचा म्हणजे वेळ जात नाही त्याच्यामुळे कदाचित ती म्हणत असेल. पण 2005-06 सालची गोष्ट, आणि 2019 साली मी जेव्हा ही लोकलायझेशनची म्हणजे रियान नावाची कंपनी चालू केली, तर तेव्हा मी या भाषांतराकडे खूप वेगळ्या दृष्टिकोनातून बघायला लागलो. म्हणजे ऑफकोर्स टेक्नॉलॉजी एक असते, पण जेव्हा आपण भाषांतर करतो तर तेव्हा खूप न्युआन्सेस असतात, राईट? लाईक इमोशनल न्युआन्सेस असतात, कॉन्टेक्स्ट तुम्हाला बघायला लागतो, मला बऱ्याच गोष्टी बघायला लागतात त्याच्यामध्ये. सो तेव्हा मी जेव्हा विचार करायला लागलो तेव्हा मला असं कळालं की ओके, आई जेव्हा ते म्हणत होती ना, तर कुठेतरी काहीतरी करेक्शन आहे. म्हणजे जे आपण म्हणतो की बऱ्याच वेळा वेवलेंथ काय, तर ते मी जेव्हा विचार करायला लागलो तेव्हा मला ना त्याच्यातून एक भाषांतराचं फ्रेमवर्क बनवता आलं. आणि ते भाषांतराचं फ्रेमवर्क आम्ही आता रियानमध्ये, म्हणजे जो आम्ही प्लॅटफॉर्म आता बनवलाय की ज्याच्यात मल्टीलिंग्वल डबिंग करतो आम्ही, तर त्याच्यासाठी तो एक सुरुवात आम्हाला त्याची झाली आणि त्यातनं आम्हाला ते भाषांतराचं एक फ्रेमवर्क बनवता आलं. तर मी ते शेअर करतो. तर तुम्ही इथे बघाल की भाषेचं एक आम्ही असं फ्रेमवर्क बनवलेलं. आता या फ्रेमवर्कच्या तुम्हाला केंद्रस्थानी तुम्ही बघाल तर सोल्स लँग्वेज आहे. ओके, सोल्स लँग्वेज म्हणजे काय, तर आत्म्याची भाषा, जी शब्दांपेक्षा भावना, स्वर, हावभाव, स्पर्श यावर आधारित असते. आता उदाहरणार्थ द्यायचं झालं, दुसऱ्या भाषेतलं अ, एखादं गाणं तेव्हा बऱ्याच वेळा शब्द कळत नाही, पण त्याचे ताल, त्याचे स्वर आपल्या हृदयाला भेटतात. किंवा आता मगाशी मी जसं आजींचं उदाहरण दिलं, जॅपनीज आजी आणि आई जेव्हा बोलत होत्या तेव्हा सुद्धा त्यांची ती आत्म्याची भाषा होती. आणि बऱ्याच वेळा आपण असं म्हणतो ना की जिथे वेवलेंथ जुळल्या तिथे कदाचित बऱ्याच वेळा संभाषण करून सुद्धा आपण लोकांशी एकमेकांशी कनेक्ट होत नाही, पण बऱ्याच वेळा न कळत सुद्धा त्या लोकांशी आपण कनेक्टेड होतो. तर ते वेवलेंथ जुळणं आहे ना, तर त्याला आणि या सगळ्या गोष्टी बघणं खूप गरजेचं असायचं. सो त्याच्यामुळे तो तो एक भाग मला म्हणजे आईनी जो भाग सांगितला होता तेव्हा त्याचा खूप मला उपयोग झाला, पहिला जो स्तर बनवण्यामध्ये. त्याच्यानंतर दुसरा स्तर जर तुम्ही बघाल ना, तर तो आहे संस्कृती. म्हणजे काय, तर आपल्या कल्चरची भाषा. आता ही भाषा फक्त एक संवादाचं साधन नाहीये, ती त्या समाजाची ओळख आहे. आता उदाहरणार्थ जपानमध्ये जर तुम्हाला सांगायचं झालं तर लहान मुलं असतील तर आपण वेगळी भाषा वापरतो, बरोबरीची लोक असतील तर वेगळी भाषा वापरतो, आणि आपल्यापेक्षा मोठी लोक असतील तर आपण एक आदरयुक्त भाषा वापरतो. ती तिकडच्या संस्कृतीची भाषा आहे. आता आपल्या इथे पण आपण बघितलं ना, तर कोणाला चुकून पाय लागला तर आपण लगेच त्यांना नमस्कार करतो. तर ती आहे आपली इथली संस्कृतीची भाषा. आता संस्कृतीनंतरचं पुढचं जे वर्तुळ आहे, डायमेन्शन जे आहे, तर ते बिलीफचं वर्तुळ आहे. ओके, तर ते म्हणजे काय की श्रद्धेचं वर्तुळ. आता श्रद्धा कशी बनते, तर ती समाजाच्या विचारसरणी, भावना आणि इतिहासाने बनलेली असते. आता एक छोटं उदाहरण द्यायचं झालं तर आपण जेव्हा म्हणतो की गड आला पण सिंह गेला, मी जर असं म्हटलं तर आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर काय उभं राहतं, तर आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर उभं राहतं तानाजी मालुसरेंनी केलेलं स्वराज्यासाठीचं बलिदान, राईट? त्यांनी दाखवलेली कर्तव्यनिष्ठता आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर उभे राहते. पण मी हेच जर समजा एखाद्या इंग्लिश माणसाला जर मी सांगितलं किंवा जॅपनीज मध्ये सुद्धा, राईट, लाईक जपानमध्ये सुद्धा सांगितलं की इंग्लिशमध्ये सांगितलं मी त्याला की द फोर्ट इज कॅप्चर्ड बट द लायन इज डेड, असं जर मी त्याला सांगितलं तर त्याला ते कळणार आहे का? त्याला ते कळणार नाही. का? कारण का त्याकडे ती श्रद्धेची ती भाषा किंवा ती भावना त्यांच्यापर्यंत ती पोचणारच नाही, कारण का त्यांनी त्या स्टोरीज ऐकलेल्याच नाहीये. आता त्याच्या पुढचं जे लेअर आहे तर ते आहे शिक्षणाचं लेअर. हे पण खूप महत्वाचं आहे. का का तुम्ही जेव्हा ज्या लोकांना ज्ञान देण्यासाठी आपण भाषेचा जो वापर करतो तो कशा प्रकारे करायला पाहिजे हे बघणं गरजेचं असतं. म्हणजे तुम्ही लहान मुलांसाठी कुठला मेसेज देताय का मोठ्यांसाठी देताय, तुम्ही गावात देताय का शहरात देताय, तुम्ही कशा प्रकारे तो देताय हे सुद्धा बघणं खूप गरजेचं असतं. त्याच्यामुळे शिक्षणाचं लेअर पण एक खूप महत्वाचं असतं, एज्युकेशनचं लेअर. आणि त्याच्यानंतर सगळ्यात शेवटचं जे लेअर आहे ना, तर ते मनोरंजनाचं लेअर आहे, जिथे ना कथा, विनोद, संगीत ह्यांच्यामधून लोकांना तुम्ही कुठला तरी मेसेज देता किंवा लोकांना जोडता. आता मला इथे पण मी एक उदाहरण बनवलेलं आहे. सो इथे तुम्ही बघाल तर इंग्लिशमध्ये जे आता म्हणजे मनोरंजन जेव्हा आपण करतो की जो शेवटचा लेअर जो आपण बोलतोय आता, तर त्याच्यामध्ये खूप गोष्टी ह्या असतात त्या म्हणजे शब्दकोटी, राईट, लाईक म्हणतात की यू रिअली नीड टू प्ले विथ द वर्ड्स, राईट, लाईक वर्ड स्मिथ तुम्हाला असणं खूप गरजेचं असतं. सो इथे जर तुम्ही आता बघाल तर इंग्लिशमध्ये असं वाक्य आहे की आय टोल्ड माय बॉस आय नीड अ रेज, आणि ही रिप्लाइड रेज युअर स्टँडर्ड्स. ओके, तर आता इथे काय आलंय की शब्दकोटी आली, राईट, लाईक तुम्ही रेज युअर स्टँडर्ड आणि हे मॅच झालंय. पण हेच जर मी मराठीत करायला गेलो ना तर काय होईल की मी बॉसला पगारवाढीबद्दल विचारलं तर तो मला म्हणाला तुमचा दर्जा वाढवा. आता ह्याच्यातनं तो पंच येतो का? तो पंच येत नाही. तर तुम्हाला भाषांतर करताना, राईट, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी बघायला लागतात. त्याच्यानंतर आता पुढचं म्हणजे बऱ्याच जणांनी मनी हाइस्ट नावाची एक सिरीज बघितली असेल, तर ती पण एक खूप इंटरेस्टिंग, म्हणजे स्पॅनिश मधली ओरिजिनल आहे, पण ती डब करून इंग्लिशमध्ये केली आहे आणि ती खूप चांगल्या प्रकारे डब केली आणि ती आय थिंक इफ आय एम नॉट रॉंग राईट हायेस्ट वॉच वेब सिरीज आहे ती. तर आता त्याच्यामध्ये मी ती बघत असताना त्याच्यात एक वाक्य सारखं येते की द प्रोफेसर हॅज अ प्लॅन. आता हे जे वाक्य आहे ते मी असा विचार केला की मला हे मराठीत करायचं असेल तर मी कसं करेन. प्रोफेसरकडे योजना आहे असं मी नॉर्मल करेन, पण ज्यांनी ही वेबसिरीज बघितली असेल त्यांना कळेल की ना त्याच्यात मजा नाही, ऍक्च्युअली त्यातनं ना तो तो मेसेज तो जात नाहीये. तर त्याचं जर मराठीत करायचं झालं ना तर हे कसं करता येईल, तर प्रोफेसरकडे नेहमीच काहीतरी भन्नाट योजना असते. हे त्याचं अगदी मला प्रॉपरली जर त्याचं भाषांतर करायचं असेल किंवा लोकलायझेशन जर करायचं असेल तर मला हे अशा प्रकारे करायला लागेल. सो मी जसं आता तुम्हाला म्हटलं की मी तुम्हाला एआय बद्दल, मनोरंजन क्षेत्रातल्या एआय बद्दल सांगणार आहे, तर त्यातला पहिला भाग सगळ्यात महत्वाचा जो होता ना तो म्हणजे भाषेचं फ्रेमवर्क, ज्याच्यात आपण हे 5 स्तर किंवा 5 डायमेन्शन्स बघितले. ओके, आता आपण पुढचा जो भाग बघू ना तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण एआय ची भूमिका याच्यामध्ये काय आहे. आणि आता एआय ची भूमिका ना ही बघण्याआधी मी तुम्हाला काही एक्झाम्पल्स दाखवतो आणि जस्ट हॅव अ लुक ॲट दोज एक्झाम्पल्स राईट, लाईक दिस इज समथिंग दॅट वी हॅव डन. आणि म्हणजे मी जेव्हा 2019 साली कंपनी चालू केली तेव्हा सुरुवातीला आम्ही डॉक्युमेंट ट्रान्सलेशनने सुरुवात केली आणि त्यानंतर हळूहळू आम्ही बघितलं की एआय मध्ये सुद्धा सिंथेटिक व्हॉइसेस हे खूप आता म्हणजे 2022-23 मध्ये वाढायला लागले आणि त्याच्याबद्दलचा रिसर्च, त्याच्याबद्दलचं इनोव्हेशन राईट लाईक खूप आले. आणि आता विथ जेन एआय यू कॅन ऑल्सो क्रिएट राईट लाईक कॉन्टेंट क्विकली. तर आम्ही काय करतोय रियानमधून, तर जे काही ग्रेट कॉन्टेंट आहेत म्हणजे मूव्हीज असतील, ओटीटी प्लॅटफॉर्मवरच्या सिरीज असतील, युट्यूबवरचे व्हिडिओज असतील, जे काही ग्रेट कॉन्टेंट आहेत तर ते आम्ही मल्टिप्लाय करतोय राईट लाईक बाय युझिंग एआय आणि ह्युमन. आता एआय मी तर ते पण मी सांगेन आणि ह्युमन का वापरतो ते पण सांगेन, पण आता आपण ना काही एक्झाम्पल्स बघू. आता पुढचं हे एक्झाम्पल आहे, फक्त जस्ट लेट मी नो वेदर यू आर एबल टू हिअर इट. ओके,
Yes.
मी आता तो प्ले करतोय. एक मिनिट.
व्हॉइस नाही येत आहे व्हिडिओचा.
एक मिनिट मला
So I think the mic is off.
ओके मी आता एक काम करतो की मी परत रिशेअर करतो बिकॉज आय वॉन्ट टू शो राईट लाईक दिस एक्झाम्पल. एक मिनिट. शेअर विंडो. ओके, okay, let me know if you're able to see the screen. Let me start this video.
2 men.
येतं ऐकू?
Yes, sir.
I knew
Okay.
at the moment I received your letter that you wished to meet me. And I took the first train.
Jailer, I need a favor from you.
Not at all, sir. Just name it, whatever it be.
I need 2 men.
2 men?
Sorma Bhopali, you're taking out even more firewood.
Buddy, you don't expect me to put some more, do you? The scale says it's enough, and you insist on adding some more. Just take the wood and give me the money.
Here's a 2-rupee note.
I can see that, but is it a real note? Okay, it is. Thank goodness. So then, I know. Prisoners! This is going to. Everything that went unchecked before my arrival here will no longer be tolerated. No, 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 no! I have been a jailer since the British days. I don't belong to the breed of jailers who waste their time trying to reform the prisoners. I know it for a fact. You guys can never be reformed. Never.
ओके.
I knew it the moment I received your letter.
सो तुम्ही हा व्हिडिओ बघितला असेल. हा शोले मध्ये मधला हिंदी जो व्हिडिओ आहे तो आम्ही डिजिटल व्हॉइस वापरून आम्ही तो इंग्लिश मध्ये केला आणि इतर पण बऱ्याच लँग्वेजेस मध्ये आम्ही करतोय हा व्हिडिओ. सो ॲज यू कुड सी राईट लाईक ऍप्लिकेशन ऑफ दिस लाईक इन एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री कुड बी ह्यूज. इफ यू कुड सी राईट लाईक स्टील म्हणजे आमचा जो गोल आहे तर तो असा आहे की वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट डबिंग फॅक्टरी आम्ही आता बनवतोय. आणि इफ यू कुड सी दॅट जेव्हा लोकलाइज करतो यू कॅनॉट कॅप्चर ऑल द न्यूआन्सेस. Although, right, like I mean, if you could see, I think our translators like have done a great job in first of all, right, like understanding the nuances. But there is always some loss, right, like in translation, which basically we need to ensure that how we could minimize it. आणि आता तुम्ही जो व्हिडिओ तुम्ही एकदा बघता एखादा कुठला तर तिथे फक्त ट्रान्सलेशन नसतं, तिथे म्युझिक असतं बॅकग्राऊंडला, तिथे टोन असतो, तिथे तुम्हाला कॉन्टेक्स्ट एक लागतो राईट. लाईक आधीचा पहिला मूवी बघणं तुम्हाला गरजेचं असतं, तुम्हाला त्या भाषेचं. आणि मी जे भाषेचं जे फ्रेमवर्क सांगितलं त्या पाचही गोष्टी, पाचही डायमेन्शन्स या तुमच्याकडे असतील तरच तुम्ही ते चांगल्या प्रकारे करू शकता. मी आता अजून एक तुम्हाला व्हिडिओ दाखवतो की ज्याच्यामध्ये राईट लाईक माझा एक जॅपनीज कलिग आहे तर तो आला होता आणि त्यांनी त्याला म्हणजे भारतातल्या फूड बद्दल काय वाटतं हे त्यांनी जॅपनीज मध्ये सांगितलं. ते आपण ऐकू आणि मला एक अजून एक ऍप्लिकेशन बघायला मिळेल.
はい、よろしくお願いします。インドの食べ物、皆さん辛いと思っていると思います。確かにとても辛いです。ですが、慣れてくるとそれが病みつきになります。和田パオとか、そういうローカルの食べ物とても美味しいです。カレーはもちろん美味しいです。日本じゃ食べられないようなさまざまな辛い食べ物いっぱいあります。辛いの好きな人はインドへぜひ来てください。
आता याचं हिंदीतलं भाषांतर.
नमस्ते, आप सब कैसे हैं? हाँ, क्या सबको यही लगता है कि इंडिया का खाना बहुत तीखा होता है? तो हाँ, बहुत तीखा होता है, पर अगर हमेशा खाते रहे तो आदत ही लग जाती है. हाँ, मेरे पसंद का खाना है वड़ा पाव, जो यहाँ की एक स्पेशलिटी है. एकदम स्वादिष्ट होता है. यहाँ के करी तो पूछो ही मत. ऐसे अनेक चीज़ें हैं जो हमें जापान में नहीं मिल सकते. कई ऐसे चीज़ें हैं जिससे तीखापन की आदत, तीखा खाना पसंद करने वाले ज़रूर एक.
ओके, सो एक सेकंड. सो इथे तुम्ही बघाल तर व्हॉट वी हॅव डन इज आम्ही लोकलाइज तर केलेलं आहे, आपण त्याचं लिप मॅच पण केलेलं आहे याच्यामध्ये. सो व्हॉट वी कॅन डू इज आय मीन आवर गोल इज ऑफकोर्स टू क्रिएट द वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट फॅक्टरी, बट वी वॉन्ट टू लोकलाइज किंवा डब जे करतोय व्हिडिओज तर ते ओरिजिनल व्हिडिओपेक्षा आपल्याला अजून कसे चांगले करता येतील राईट. लाईक ह्याच्यावरती आमचा भर आहे. तर म्हणजे हे काही एक्झाम्पल्स मी जस्ट दाखवले. आता मी तुम्हाला ना रियानचा फ्लो कसा आहे राईट लाईक तो एक हाय लेवल मध्ये सांगतो. आणि परहॅप्स दिस इज समथिंग व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल राईट लाईक वी सॉ द फ्रेमवर्क राईट लाईक भाषेचं फ्रेमवर्क जे आहे त्याच्यात 5 डायमेन्शन्स ते बघितले. त्याच्यानंतर आता आपण ऍप्लिकेशन बघितलं. आता आम्ही कसं करतो राईट लाईक हे तुम्हाला सांगतो सो दॅट you will also be able to connect in whatever industry that you are, because if you could see in AI, although applications could be different but fundamentals could be quite similar. आणि याच्या आधी पण ज्या होत्या स्पीकर त्यांनी पण खूप चांगल्या प्रकारे काही गोष्टी सांगितल्या. तर तुम्ही बघाल तर तुम्हाला जर फंडामेंटल जर कळाले ना तर तुम्ही ऍप्लिकेशन कुठल्याही ह्याच्यावरती ते घेऊन जाऊ शकता. सो आता तुम्ही इथे रियानचा जो हा वर्कफ्लो बघाल तर तिथे आम्ही काय करतो की सुरुवातीला वी रिसीव्ह व्हिडिओज फ्रॉम द क्लायंट. सो वी हॅव गॉट अ क्लायंट पोर्टल, तिथे ते येतात व्हिडिओज. त्याच्यानंतर तिथे आम्ही ऑटो ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट करतो. आता जनरली हे ऑटो ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट 60 to 90% अॅक्युरेट असतं. त्याच्यानंतर तुम्हाला ह्युमन इंटरव्हेन्शन लागतं त्याच्यात. मग तो आम्ही ऑटो ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट येतो, तो व्यवस्थित ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट झालं अॅक्युरेट की देन इट गोज टू द ट्रान्सलेशन. आता ट्रान्सलेशन मध्ये ना आम्ही एजंट्स काही लिहिलेले आहेत. तर 4 एजंट्स आहेत. तर पहिला एजंट काय करतो, फर्स्ट एजंट गोज आणि अंडरस्टँड्स व्हॉट इज द जॉनरा राईट लाईक की हा तुमचा म्हणजे तुमचा हॉरर फिल्म आहे का, रोमॅन्टिक आहे का, कुठला आहे तो आधी पहिल्यांदा फिगर आउट करतो. त्याच्यानंतर तो काय करतो की त्याचं ट्रान्सलेशन करतो, म्हणजे त्या जॉनराशी रिलेटेड. तिसरी गोष्ट काय करतो तो की क्यूए चेक्स करतो. आता आम्ही काय करतो की हिस्ट्री पण सगळी खेळतो. सो हिस्ट्री जी असते, आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल आम्ही आता मध्ये एक मोठू पतलू नावाची सिरीज करत होतो इंग्लिश मधून, तर ती करत असताना व्हॉट वी हॅड टू डू ऍट दॅट टाइम की पहिल्या 2 ह्याच्यात ज्या काही नावांचे रेफरन्सेस किंवा बाकीच्या काही गोष्टी वापरल्या होत्या त्या आम्हाला सगळीकडे कन्सिस्टंट ठेवायच्या होत्या. सो एक मेमरी असते राईट, लाईक ती आम्ही मेमरी चेक करतो रेग्युलरली की आधीचे जर काही इंटेलिजन्स ऑलरेडी झाला असेल तर कॅन वी यूज दॅट. त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही त्यांचा पण एक सेपरेट LLM पण बनवतो, सो दॅट इट ऑल्सो गिव्स अस राईट लाईक लॉट ऑफ रिलेव्हंट इन्फॉर्मेशन. आणि सगळ्यात चौथा जो शेवटचा जो एजंट आहे तर तो सगळ्यांना वर्कफ्लो मॅनेज करतो. ओके, तर हे आम्ही ट्रान्सलेशनसाठी करतो. आता ट्रान्सलेशन झाल्यानंतर हे सगळं मशीन ट्रान्सलेशन असतं, मग नंतर ते ह्युमनकडे जातं, मग ह्युमन तो रिव्ह्यू करतो, त्याला स्क्रिप्ट रायटिंग म्हणतात, स्क्रिप्ट रायटिंग करतो तो. त्याच्यानंतर ते जातं व्हॉइस सिलेक्शनसाठी. मग आता तुम्ही बघितलं मगाशी शोले मूवी बघितला, देर वेर मे बी राईट लाईक ओव्हर 45 डिफरंट व्हॉइसेस राईट लाईक इन द मूवी. आम्ही ते व्हॉइसेस घेतो, एक 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 व्हॉइस प्रत्येकाला इनिशियलाइज करतो. आता ते पण आम्ही बऱ्यापैकी ऑटोमेट केलेलं आहे की वी आयडेंटिफाय म्हणजे आयडेंटिफाय आम्ही करतो कोणाकोणाचे व्हॉइसेस आहेत, त्याच्याशी सिमिलर असलेले व्हॉइस ऑटोमॅटिकली काढतो. आम्हाला जर परमिशन मिळाली असेल तर आम्ही तेच व्हॉइसेस आम्ही परत आणतो आणि वी कॅन ऍक्च्युअली राईट लाईक डू लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट. मग त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही प्रॉम्प्ट वापरून त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही इमोशन्स पण आणतो. ओके, आता हा एक अगदी डिजिटल म्हणजे सिंथेटिक वे ऑफ व्हॉइस जनरेशन झाला. आम्ही आता काही त्याच्यामध्ये असे असतात गोष्टी की ज्याचा आम्हाला इमोशन्स आणता येत नाहीत, मग तिथे आम्ही हायब्रिड वे करतो. तिथे कोणतरी एखादा ह्युमन व्हॉइस ओव्हर आर्टिस्ट असेल तो त्याचा तो व्हॉइस वापरेल आणि त्याच्यावरती आम्ही सुपर इम्पोज करतो टोनॅलिटी किंवा तो जो म्हणजे आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही मगाशी याच्यात बघाल तर असरानीचा एक आवाज आहे असा हा करून तो असा तो जो म्हणतो तो आम्हाला डिजिटली काढताच आला नाही. मग तो काय करतो आम्ही कोणतरी ह्युमन बोलणार आणि मग त्याच्यावरती आम्ही तो अप्लाय करणार आवाज. सो अशा काही गोष्टी आहेत ना, या ट्रिक्स आम्हाला वापरायला लागतात हायब्रिड वे मध्ये. तर तुम्ही इथे बघाल तर ते झाल्यानंतर व्हॉइस ऍप्लिकेशन झाल्यानंतर आम्ही त्याचा क्यूए चेक्स होतात, टेक्निकल क्यूए चेक होतो, नॉर्मल सुद्धा म्हणजे लँग्वेज लिंग्विस्टचा क्यूए चेक होतो आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर जे जातं ते मिक्सिंगला. मग इथे साऊंड मिक्सिंग होतं आणि दॅट ऑल्सो इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप. आणि मग तिथून आम्ही एक फायनल आउटपुट बनवतो आणि क्लायंटला शेअर करतो. आता याच्यातून होतं काय राईट, लाईक आम्ही म्हणजे हे जे AI वापरतो याच्यातून होतं काय, आमचा वेग. म्हणजे आता एखादा मूव्ही जर करायला फॉर एक्झाम्पल 1 ते 1.5 महिना लागत असेल, कारण का सगळ्यांना आर्टिस्टला बोलवायला लागतं, त्यांची ऑडिशन घ्यायला लागते, त्यातनं कोण चांगलं आहे काय आहे ते बघायला लागतं, खूप इंट्रिकसीज त्याच्यामध्ये आहेत, त्या सगळ्या आम्हाला प्लॅटफॉर्म मधनं खूप सिम्प्लिफाय करता येतं. तर जनरली 1 ते 1.5 महिना एका मूवीला जर लागत असेल तर आम्ही 1 ते 2 दिवसात बनवू शकतो ही मूव्ही. म्हणजे ऑफकोर्स राईट लाईक एकदा ती फॅक्टरी आणि मॉडेल एकदा सेट झालं त्या स्पेसिफिक जॉनरासाठी मूवीसाठी किंवा वेब सिरीज जे असतात तर त्या सुद्धा करायला बराच वेळ लागतो. तर त्या आम्हाला खूप बऱ्यापैकी म्हणजे जवळपास एक 50 ते 70% फास्ट आम्हाला करता येतात. त्याच्यानंतर जे वारंवार शब्द वापरले जातात तर ते सुद्धा मला ऍड्रेस करता येतात. म्हणजे आता जर एक झालं तर रियान राईट लाईक बऱ्याच वेळा हे प्रोनाऊन्सिएशन खूप वेगळ्या प्रकारे पण होऊ शकतं, रायन होऊ शकतं, वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे होऊ शकतं. पण आम्हाला जर हे कन्सिस्टंट ठेवायचं असेल रियान सगळीकडे तर आम्ही काय करतो की त्याची अशी एक आम्ही त्याची एक मेमरी तयार करतो. सो ही पण एक गोष्ट म्हणजे, आणि ती एकदा मेमरी म्हणजे फोनेटिक ग्लॉसरी आम्ही त्याला म्हणतो, ती फोनेटिक ग्लॉसरी आमच्याकडे ती तयार झाली ना तर आम्ही कुठेही तो पुढे आला तर तो तशा प्रकारे शब्द वापरला जातो. मानवी त्रुटी कमी करणं म्हणजे काय की इथे बऱ्याच वेळा जेव्हा ह्युमन कडनं जातं ते तर कन्सिस्टन्सी राहत नाही किंवा काही काही सेगमेंट आहेत तर त्याचे लोकलाइजच होत नाहीत. तुम्ही आता बऱ्याच मूव्हीज बघाल आणि माझं म्हणजे आता हल्ली मी बारकाईने ते बघायला लागलेलं, पण मूव्हीज बघाल ना तर त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ते दिसेल की कन्सिस्टन्सी कधी कधी नसते डबिंग व्हिडिओजमुळे, त्याच्यामुळे मग तुम्ही ते तेवढी एन्जॉय नाही करू शकत मूव्ही. तर त्या त्रुटी आहेत तर त्या म्हणजे हे ह्युमन आणि AIच्या सिस्टीमनी ते आपल्याला कमी करता येतात. आणि अगेन सतत सुधारणा, जो तुम्ही जे काही फीडबॅक देताय, ज्या काही चेंजेस करताय तुम्ही त्या ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये तर ते पुढच्या प्रोजेक्टसाठी आम्हाला ऍज अ फीडबॅक लूप म्हणून ते मिळतात. सो दीज आर राईट लाईक द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ युझिंग म्हणजे AI. आम्ही खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणावरती आता काम करू शकतो आणि तुम्हाला मी म्हटल्याप्रमाणे राईट लाईक सुरुवातीला की कदाचित AI राईट लाईक हा खूप प्रमाणे वापरला जाणार आहे आता मनोरंजन इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये. पण तुम्ही हे जर बघाल तर तो AI हा म्हणजे दिस राईट लाईक वेव्ह जी आहे आता AIची जी वेव्ह आहे तर त्याच्यावरती जर तुम्ही गेलात आणि वेव्ह वरती जर तुम्ही राईड केलं ना, तर यू विल बी एबल टू एन्जॉय. आणि दिस इज व्हॉट इज हॅपनिंग इन दिस AI वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो. सो आतापर्यंत जे ट्रान्सलेटर्स होते ना, ते टिपिकली जर ट्रान्सलेट करत असतील तर आता थोडं त्यांना स्किल्स अप करायला लागतील, त्यांना टूल्स वापरायला लागतील, काही गोष्टी करायला लागतील. आणि आम्ही त्याला नवयुग भाषा तज्ञ असं म्हणतो. तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्याला काय, तर आधी तो फक्त ट्रान्सलेशन करायचा, तर आता तो थोडंसं क्युशन पण बघतो, ट्रान्सलेशन केलेल्या आहेत राईट, त्या डब्ड व्हिडिओ मध्ये किती केलेल्या आहेत त्या तिथे तो बघतो. सो या सगळ्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला करता येतात. आणि जर समजा म्हणजे आमचा जो गोल आहे तो दर दिवसाला आम्हाला 1,00,000 मिनिट राईट पर डे करायचा आहे. आणि इफ यू आर एबल टू डू राईट दॅट लेवल ऑफ डबिंग, देन आम्हाला ह्याच्यातून जरा जग अजून जवळ आणता येईल. कारण म्हटलं तसं की या 5 स्तर आहेत, हे जर आपल्याला दुसऱ्या भाषेतले कळाले तर आपल्याला त्या लोकांची आयडेंटिटी पण कळू शकते, काय कशा प्रकारे विचार करतात त्या गोष्टी कळू शकतात. सो त्यामुळे आपल्याला अजून जगाला जवळ आणता येईल. राईट. सो आता आपण नवयुग भाषा तज्ञ राईट हा नक्की काय करतो, म्हणजे काय ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आहेत पुढे. तर आता प्रत्येक फील्डमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आहेत. पण मी जर मनोरंजन क्षेत्रात जर तुम्हाला डबिंग मध्ये उतरायचं असेल तर काय ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आहेत, तर पहिली ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी म्हणजे की तुम्हाला हे नवयुग भाषा तज्ञ जर तुम्ही बनलात आणि तुम्ही जर हा प्लॅटफॉर्म चांगल्या प्रकारे वापरू शकलात तर देर कुड बी लॉट ऑफ ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज. सो आम्ही आता हा बऱ्याच स्टुडिओजना देतोय प्लॅटफॉर्म, किंवा आम्ही बऱ्याच फ्रीलान्सर्स बरोबर काम करतोय की जिथे ते बेसिकली प्लॅटफॉर्म मध्ये लॉग इन करतात आणि ते बऱ्याच गोष्टी चेंज करून ते करतात. पण त्यासाठी तुम्हाला काय पाहिजे, तर त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला संवेदनशीलता म्हणजे काय की एम्पथी पाहिजे. म्हणजे तुम्ही एखादा कॉन्टेंट बघत असाल ना, तर तुम्ही त्या कॉन्टेंटला कनेक्ट व्हायला पाहिजेत. म्हणजे जर तिथे जर कोणी हसत असेल तर आपल्याला हसता यायला पाहिजे. तिथे जर कोणी भावनिक म्हणजे गोष्टी असतील तर त्या आपल्याला त्या कनेक्ट जेव्हा आपण होऊ ना, तर तेव्हा आपण खूप चांगल्या प्रकारे हे ट्रान्सलेशन किंवा लोकलायझेशन आपण चांगल्या प्रकारे करू शकतो. दुसरी गोष्ट काय की आपल्याला त्याचा संदर्भ पण माहिती पाहिजे, कॉन्टेक्स्ट माहिती पाहिजे. जर मी आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी कुठल्या एखाद्या अॅनिमेशन च्या कॅरेक्टरचं करत असेल तर मी डायरेक्टली तिथे नाही जाऊ शकत. मला त्या अॅनिमेशनचं जे कनेक्शन जे आहे तर त्याच्यामध्ये मला गोष्टी या माहिती पाहिजेत. म्हणजे कसं की मोटू पतलू जर मी करत असेल तर मी आधीचे पण काही भाग बघितले पाहिजेत, सो दॅट आय विल बी एबल टू कनेक्ट राईट. त्याच्यानंतर कामाच्या स्वरूपातला बदल काय आहे हा पण एक भाग बघणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. म्हणजे आता तुम्ही जर बघाल की पूर्वी जे ट्रान्सलेटर्स होते त्यांना फक्त एक डॉक्युमेंट मिळायचं, ट्रान्सलेट करायचे आणि द्यायचे. पण आता तसं राहणार नाहीये. आता तुम्हाला काही वेगवेगळ्या स्टेप्समध्ये म्हणजे QA चेक्स असतील, त्याच्यानंतर कुठलं मॉडेल वापरायचं हे बघणं, किंवा तुम्हाला म्हणजे या प्लॅटफॉर्म थ्रूच राईट. आणि आता इतर सुद्धा खूप बरेच टूल्स आता तयार झालेले आहेत. यू जस्ट नीड टू फाइंड आउट द राईट टूल फॉर यू. ओके. त्याच्यानंतर तुमचे काही बायसेस असतील, सो डेटामधनं पण बायसेस येतात राईट. आणि बरेच वेगळे बायसेस येतात. म्हणजे आता मध्ये एक बायस होता की ज्याच्यामध्ये बराच डॉक्टरांचा डेटा होता आणि त्याच्यामध्ये असं होतं की सगळे डॉक्टर पुरुषच असतात, अशा प्रकारचा एक बायस होता. पण ते बायस काढणं राईट हे जे नवयुग भाषा तज्ञ आहेत, न्यू एज लिंग्विस्ट, त्यांचं हे काम आहे. ओके. आता आपण येस मानवी टच नसल्यास काय होईल, सो ह्याच्यावरती सुद्धा ना मी एक जस्ट एक उदाहरण देतो आणि त्यातून आपल्या सगळ्यांना संदेश पण एक आहे. पण एक छोटंसं उदाहरण म्हणजे तुम्ही कुठलाही डायलॉग जेव्हा डब करता तर तेव्हा कसे वेगवेगळे इमोशन्स त्याच्यामध्ये असतात आणि ते इमोशन्स आहेत तर ते लोकलाइज करणं हे किती टफ असतं. म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला आता हे काही असाइनमेंट म्हणून देत नाही, पण तुम्ही आता हा जो एक स्वामी विवेकानंदांनी ना एक डायलॉग म्हणजे खूप आधी त्यांनी जो बनवलेला आहे तो भारतासाठी बनवलाय, पण मी त्याचं लोकलायझेशन करून मी मराठी मध्ये म्हणजे महाराष्ट्रासाठी करतो. तर त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही बघाल की ह्याचं तुम्हाला इंग्लिशमध्ये जरी मी सांगितलं की लोकलाइज करायचंय तर किती चॅलेंजिंग आहे राईट. ते का, कारण का त्याच्यामध्ये ज्या काही म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये जी काही डेप्थ आहे तर ती लोकलाइज करणं एवढं सोपं नाहीये. आणि त्याच्यामुळेच राईट जे सोपं नाहीये तर तिथे ह्युमनची गरज आहे आणि ह्युमनची गरज आहे त्याच्यामुळेच हे न्यू एज लिंग्विस्ट आहेत. तर ते पुढे त्यांची मागणी खूप असणार आहे. आणि जे कोणी AI चांगल्या प्रकारे वापरू शकतील तर त्यांना डिमांड पण खूप असेल. हा डायलॉग एक म्हणतो, हा स्वामी विवेकानंदांनी म्हटलेला आहे आणि त्यांचा मराठीत अनुवादित केलेला आहे तो. आणि तो तुम्ही विचार करा की तो आता इंग्लिशमध्ये करायचा असेल तर तुम्ही कसं कराल. तर त्यांनी असं लिहिलंय की भारताच्या लिहिलंय पण मी महाराष्ट्राच्या म्हणतो. महाराष्ट्राच्या मूर्तिमंत पराक्रमांनो उठा, जागे व्हा. राष्ट्रवैभवाचे आपले कर्तव्य साध्य केल्याशिवाय स्वस्थ बसू नका. माणसाच्या अंतःकरणात प्रज्वलित झालेल्या आत्मविश्वासाचा दिव्याचा प्रकाश हा सूर्याच्या प्रकाशापेक्षा अधिक तेजस्वी आणि चिरंतन असतो. सूर्य निदान दररोज अस्ताला तरी जातो, परंतु हा दिवा नंदादीपासारखा सतत तेवत राहतो. सो तुम्ही जो विचार केला की हा जो आपल्याला आता लोकलाइज करायचा आहे, तर नंदादीप किंवा म्हणजे असे हे जे त्यातले जे शब्द तेवत राहतो, हे या गोष्टी आहेत ना, या इतर भाषांमध्ये केल्या ना, तर त्या सगळ्या तिथपर्यंत पोहोचणार नाहीत. तिथे नवयुग भाषा तज्ञच आपल्याला लागेल. सो एवढं बोलून मी माझं जे काही छोटं स्पीच बनवलं तर ते मी थांबवतो. पण तुम्हाला एक
थँक्यू सर. खूपच इंटरेस्टिंग होतं तुमचं स्पीच. आणि सर मी स्वतः मनी हाइस्टची फॅन आहे आणि मी ती वेब सिरीज सुरुवातीला इंग्लिशमध्ये लावली आणि मग आय चेंज इट टू हिंदी. थोडं समजत नव्हतं आणि मग त्यातला डिफरन्स मला जाणवला की ओ माय गॉड, हे शक्य नाही आहे, कारण कुठेही कनेक्ट होत नाही. त्यांची लँग्वेज, त्यांच्या ज्या काही येते तिथे व्यक्त होत नाहीयेत. सो इट वॉज रिअली रिअली व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. I think there are no questions right now.
Sure.
So I really thank you for such a very interesting, informative, and engaging session on multilingual applications and artificial intelligence. So the PPT was very nice. आणि तुम्ही मराठीमध्ये ते एक्सप्लेन केल्यामुळे ते जास्त कनेक्ट झालं. Again, language is very important. The practical examples which you have showed, the videos which you have showed, they added a very great value to your presentation, sir. Thank you. We truly appreciate the time and efforts that you have devoted to make this session so interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move to the next session. I invite Dr. Praful Vashinikar, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Rural Development, to introduce our resource person, Honorable Hanumant Patil, CEO, Sapia Innovation, Tokyo, Japan. Resource person.
Thank you, ma'am. Starting with the introduction, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Phule Shinikar, currently serving as Assistant Professor in Rural Development at SHIKSHAN, Mahatma Phule Arts, Science, Commerce College, Panvel. Good morning, everyone. Respected Principal Dr. Ganesh Thakur, sir, all the dignitaries present online, and all the participants members. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce a visionary leader in the realm of artificial intelligence and digital transformation, Mr. Hanumant Patil. Mr. Patil is the esteemed executive officer of Sapia Innovations, a globally recognized technology and AI engineering company. Headquartered in the vibrant technological hub of Tokyo, Sapia Innovations extends its influence across frontiers with strategic officers in Atlanta, United States of America, and Pune, India. This international footprint underscored the company committed to global innovation and technological advancement. Mr. Patil's professional journey is characterized by his profound expertise as a seasoned product management leader and distinguished AI specialist. His comprehensive understanding spans critical years within artificial intelligence, including AI model training, the intricate development of AI agents, and the strategic implementation of enterprise-scale digital transformation initiatives. I request Honorable Hanumant Patil, sir, to give us at today's e-conference. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I request Honorable Patil, sir, to guide us today's e-conference.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Myself, Hanumant Patil. I've been here in Japan for the last 25 years. And I had a company called Sapia Innovations. We have our headquarters here in Japan, Tokyo. We have our office in Atlanta, US, and we have a delivery center in Pune, India. So let me share my presentation. I'm not very much used to Google. Yes. So today I'll be mostly speaking on rural education because myself, I was and with all my gratitude to Mahatma Phule ji and Karmavir Anna, I thank Ganesh Thakur sir and everyone, the whole college fraternity, for arranging this beautiful seminar and event. This type of seminars help a lot to exchange knowledge and bring momentum to implementation of technology. Thank you, sir, once again. As a company, we focus on only two things. We are a niche cybersecurity firm, and we mainly focus on identity access management. In simple terms, whoever accesses the company system, the company banking systems, the company mainframes, and everything is managed by us. The whole life cycle of who comes inside the system, who goes outside the system, and what he does is managed completely by us for big Fortune 100 financial companies in US and Japan. We also develop AI agents for multi-billion financial companies in US and Japan. So that's our niche, and that's what we concentrate on. Next. So coming to the main topic of AI in rural education. Now, our first keynote speaker explained a lot and in a good way about the models. Okay, models and the technology behind. Then Shirarkar sir explained us a lot about how to implement this type of technologies in AI space on dubbing, translation, and all those things. Okay. Now I would like to make it a bit simple and just focus on one niche topic, like how will AI help in rural education? Okay. So before we go to that, I'll just show you, as a company, we had done something for government of Maharashtra. Now this is not a commercial thing, but just a thing to showcase how AI can be used to identify potholes and to manage the complete road system in Maharashtra. So we have developed models where they identify the potholes on the road. Okay, and they even give the exact address where the pothole is located. They give the depth of the potholes, the sizes of the potholes, the exact Google location. And it gives variety of things: cracks on the road, on cement road, as well as the tar road. So this type of things we do. Now this is social, this is not commercial. Okay, the water clogging, like what are the spots for water clogging on the roads. And we have developed this, and we have got an appointment from government of Maharashtra to present this to them. So just a glimpse of what technologies can do in our daily life. Coming back to our main topic of rural education. Fundamentally, as Mr. Ganesh Thakur sir said in the start of this seminar, that Rai Shikshan Samstha was founded to support the rural education, and it has played a major role to bring up Maharashtra to such a developed state. If you compare Maharashtra with the rest of the states in India, we are the highest producing GDP state across India. The main contribution to this GDP is because of the people and the educated people we have in Maharashtra. And those educated people, most of them have gone through the education of Rai Shikshan Samstha. So even I am one of the example of it. So I would like to focus today on rural education. So with AI, a lot of things can be changed, and people in rural areas will get an equal balance of education as we get in the cities. Those challenges in rural education, as I've listed here, number one is quality teacher. Not all schools are having quality teachers or lucky to have good teachers. Okay, the schools are remote, they're in far villages, so nobody wants to go there because of the challenges teachers face there. And then there are language problems. In Maharashtra itself, we have a lot of dialects, and there's a barrier there. Then the teachers and the students have limited resources. With simple tools like ChatGPT, or Grok, or Gemini, I mean, this is getting to an equal level. And there's a confidence gap, as people from rural cannot compete with people coming from urban areas because there's less confidence, because they've not seen things, they have not experienced things. Okay, so to solve these challenges, I think now is the age. With this age and with this type of transformer models, whatever we have right now, I mean, it has become so much easy. We just need to have the right attitude towards technology, and you'll get it there. It's very simple, and everything is going to NLP. NLP is natural language processing. It's like what you write and what you talk day in, day out. You just can type it or say it, and things will happen. Okay. So AI as an equalizer. If we just teach people how to write prompts of things, I will show you examples of writing good prompts, examples of how to make AI write a prompt for you. And this AI is free of charge, number one. It is with you 24/7. You can anytime ask question. There's no barrier. Now you cannot say, oh, I don't know this. I don't have access to this library. I need to go to this college to study this thing. At your home, you get access to everything. The best knowledge in the world is at your fingertips. But we need to let the people know that how to use it. I still feel there is a lot of gap in rural areas where people don't know that this is free and they can use this type of thing. Even for doing homeworks for your kids at your home, or even teaching English, or even teaching Japanese, you can use AI like anything. some tools what you can use. These I think everyone knows ChatGPT right now, but still rural areas there are gaps. Gemini is there, Grok is there, and there are so many other. Perplexity is there, and these are all free, all free. Okay, so let me start with English language usage, like how to learn American English with AI, how to use the right tone, how to use the examples, what they are using, so that you're not indifferent to people when you talk to people in foreign countries. Okay, how to improve your writing skills, how to improve your interviews. Most of the students here might have challenge. I feel people are talented. God has given everybody right size of brain, and people are talented, but you don't get the exposure to practice interviews. I'll show you a few things how you can practice interviews with voice mode of AI, how you can improve your writing skills, and that will give you confidence. And in our company itself, we use AI to teach English to people, teach Japanese to people, write emails. We have a team in India who doesn't know Japanese at all, but they support a $25 billion company, financial company for cybersecurity. Because with use of all the AI, they can do whatever they want: voice translation, text translation, toning of the emails, and they can communicate with the Japanese counterparts very fluently. We have been doing this for last 3+ years with absolute no problems. Let me show you a few examples. Madam, is my pace okay? I'm too fast, I'm too slow?
No, sir, it's okay, sir. You can continue with the same.
Great. So let me first teach you how to practice conversational English. There's a challenge when we interview a lot of people in India. I see people don't have practice of talking English in right manner. So conversational English is a challenge which we can solve it by just simple ChatGPT. And please check my prompts. As an expert English teacher, please talk to me in American English. Let us start with weather. Hello. Madam, is this voice audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go on.
Great. Hey, can you talk to me in American English tone? Yeah, let's chat. Can you just give me a forecast, a weather forecast as a teacher and student in 4-5 lines?
No.
Great. Now, can you act as a interview guy who will take my interview and I'll be a student attending your interview?
Sir, we can't hear the language which is spoken by your system, ChatGPT.
Okay, you can't hear that?
No, sir.
Let me check now. I'm not familiar with this tool. Usually we use Zoom or Teams. But let me show you the examples by
Okay.
let me show you the examples by just typing. So fundamentally, this guy is talking to me in English tone, and he's interviewing me right as if there is an English guy or as if there is somebody sitting in US and talking to you or interviewing you. So students, if you just play with this tool, and it's free version of ChatGPT. You can use it like anything, and you will be able to get that real practice of real American English. That you're studying, you're going to do some small course in US, or you are going to attend a company's interview either in US or in India. You need to practice your interviews with this type of things. Okay, simple things for technical interviews. For technical interviews, start this. Okay, for technical interviews, give me five database or five AI related questions which are frequently asked. Okay, this way you can use this tool for your interview preparation like anything. For example, and then it will give answers as well. Okay, this is one way how people should practice for interviews. Second thing, what I would like to show you here is, so for example, you want to crack an exam. Okay, for example, you want to be an AWS architect. Okay, so I'm sure everybody is aware of what AWS is. AWS is the cloud platform which everyone uses. You want to be an AWS architect because it gives you a label on your resume so that you can find a good job. So give me 5 AWS questions one by one with options in AWS architect exam. Okay, if my answer is wrong, correct me and explain why it was not correct. Okay. For example, I'm not reading the question right now. I gave an option called A. Now, okay, so he's explaining why A is wrong. Okay, so he will do everything, like, he'll explain you in detail why it was wrong, this, that, why B is correct. Okay, so this type of software access was very limited earlier. Not many people used to get this type of access, and this, if you can sit at home, you can crack any exam, any exam. Okay, believe me, it has data of everything whatever is available on internet. Okay, the models are trained with billions of dollars of billions of tokens, and it has almost data of everything. Any exam you want to crack, you should use this type of free tool. Only thing in today's world, what you need is your right attitude and the amount of time you spend more on this type of activities. Okay, I'll move to the next one. Mathematics. It's simple. You can ask any mathematical question to this. Just tell him that act as a expert of maths and explain me derivatives in layman's terms. So it explains 10 times in very much easy language. You cannot ask every question to the teacher, or even for the teachers, you cannot ask every question to someone, and reading from books has limitations because not everything is nicely written in the book. But with this tool, you can simply use the right prompt. And everybody in the world is right now talking on prompts. The more simple we make right prompts, it is easy to answer for the model. And it's free. It was never there in the world till date. Okay, so next slide I'll go is science. Before science, I'll go to coding and digital. Okay, so one thing I'll tell you, if you don't write a nice prompt, the model might give you wrong answers. So what you need to do is you can just tell the model, like for example, we are talking about I want to make a website of maps of all countries around the world, their population city-wise. Okay, so my prompt might not be right. So what I can do is I can just put quotes and I can tell him give me a best prompt for my above request. So the model will first write the prompt for you. So all this, you cannot write everything. So you just give few highlights to the model, ask him to write the prompt. Now, once it has written a prompt, okay, you can just copy the prompt and ask it to execute. it's already generating code. Okay, so generating code is easy, and the point here is how you write the prompt and what you want out of it. If you can write the prompt nicely and make the AI model write prompt for you, it will make your job very easy, very easy. Okay, and there are tools like Cursor. So as the department was the IT department, I'm sure there are many people who understand coding and all. So you should use this tool. Okay, there's a free thing in it, and Cursor run most of the available right. And I use this tool to write code, and it generates exceptional code. It has got its own internal models. These models, the code generated is so nice. It even goes to a repository. It learns everything from the repository, and it will write test cases. It will write test code. It will do everything for you in a very right fashion. It will even fix big bugs in the compilation errors, whatever you have, or in the runtime errors. Okay, so if people are from IT background, even non-IT, if you just have the right intent, you can just start using this type of tools and develop yourself. Okay. And I'll tell you one thing about the software professionals, how the software professionals, what is the demand for the professionals right now. So now the new age software developers should be fundamentally good, no doubt, but they should be knowing all these tools, how to use these tools and how to generate code and how to compile it, how to make faster deployments. That if you know that, people would like to hire you. I'll tell you an example. In our company, I have got a remote developer who sits in a small town of Satara district, and we have trained him for a year. He does excellent coding. He does excellent coding from his home, and he is even talking to the US managers of our customer. US managers of our customer, and is doing a fantastic job. So only thing is you should keep your mind open, use new tools, use AI for your benefit. Okay, and this way you can really shape up your career very nicely. Is there any question?
No, sir, there are no still questions.
Okay. So I would like to just sum up my thing here. Before I go, I'd just like to show you some sides of, they are not related to rural, but some things where AI is used in US. So last time, okay. So this is out of the current topic of rural education, but before I go to question and answers, so people are using this type of weeders in US, okay, and they are taking photographs of the farm, and they are with lasers they are eliminating the weeds. Okay, so these are fantastic use cases. The why I'm showing this is people have already started implementing AI. Okay, it's nowhere in the fantasy stage. They are implementing AI day in, day out. US companies are very aggressive in this, and our people should have this type of mindset to use AI day in, day out. This was one good example. Then this is one good company. So this is how they are doing weeding. like so these bots are helping to weed out the farms. So US has big farms like 500 acres, 600 acres. So this type of machines they've started using to to weed out all the weeds in the farm. This is one thing I thought will expand your memory. And last 1 minute I will show you regarding one video like how it is going in China. China is biggest user of AI as of today. Okay, see the exhibitions which are happening in China, they are next level, really next level. So as teachers, we should focus on what's going on in technology and maybe try to arrange some things, some technical sessions like this, so that there's a lot of exchange on how technology is getting used in today's world. So this is all happening in real time in US and China. Also Japan is there, but we see China growing a lot in this space. That's all. So I would like to sum up here with the presentation, whatever I had, and open myself for questions if there are any.
Thank you, sir. So we have one question. How AI is transforming GIS analysis for environment planning and resource management.
GIS is what, man? Geographical Information System?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, I'm not. I don't have a knowledge about geography much. I don't have a geography background.
Okay, sir.
But what was the question, ma'am? Can you reiterate once?
How it is?
Madam, you are on mute.
Yeah, like how it is helping for environment planning and how it can manage the resources available. AI.
So just 2 cents, whatever I have seen, I'll tell you, but I'm not an expert. Let me tell you that. My domain is different. I was in college in US where there was a hackathon going on AI. So a lot of these colleges do hackathons. Even you also can think on that. So I was there. And the 12th standard students had developed a model where they were capturing, US is a big land piece. They were capturing the barren lands wherever possible, and they were capturing the water sources wherever possible, the differentials between the altitudes, and they were showing that, oh, with this you can plant so many trees in this area, so many trees in that area, and that way they were mapping the whole US. So this is one example. So I'm sure there will be many more things going on in that area, but I've seen this myself 1 year back when I was there in US.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We really truly appreciate the way you have showed us how AI can bridge the gap between the learning between the rural and urban students, and how it can inspire the students. They also can develop different skills if they know how to put the prompts, and it can help them in future studying, like when they face an interview or something like that. The students are really empowered by the way AI is helping them. We truly appreciate the way you have showed your presentation. It was really interesting to watch. The examples that you have showed help us to understand how technology can become a tool for inclusive and progressive learning among the students. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hanuman Patil, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
As we now come to the conclusion of the session 1, it's time to formally acknowledge all those who have made this session such a success. I invite Mr. Sopan Gove, sir, IQAC coordinator and head Department of English, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning to one and all, respected dignitaries and dear participants present here online for the International E-Conference on Emerging Trends in AI Applicable for Geography, Information Technology and Rural Development. This event has been jointly organized by Department of Geography, Department of Information Technology, Department of Rural Development and Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Mahatma Phule Arts, Science and Commerce College, Panvel. I would like to here quote Cicero. Cicero asserts, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge our deep sense of gratitude towards all who have contributed for the successful organization of this present online conference. At the outset, I express my deep sense of gratitude towards the esteemed keynote speaker, Honorable Ms. Jidnesha Patil, robotics software engineer at Eaton, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA, for her kind acceptance of our invitation as the keynote speaker and blessing the occasion with her expertise in robotics, automation, and AI-driven systems. Thank you, madam, for your wonderful talk and the insights in this context. I express my sincere thanks to our resource person, Honorable Dr. Anand Shikalgar, founder and CEO, DG Future Tech Private Limited, Japan, for accepting our invitation as the resource person and enlightening the August gathering with his expertise in advanced technologies and future-driven innovations, which have greatly enriched our understanding of AI applications in global context. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and scholarly talk. I also express my sincere thanks to our second resource person, Honorable Anwant Patil sir, CEO, Sepia Innovations, Tokyo, Japan, for accepting our invitation as the resource person and enlightening the gathering with his expertise in AI and its use in diverse fields. Further, leadership is the capacity to translate a vision into reality. I must here acknowledge the leadership and the guidance provided by our Honorable Principal. I sincerely put on record my gratefulness to our visionary, dynamic, and proactive leader, Principal Honorable Dr. Ganesh Thakur Sahib, for his constant motivation, support, and guidance in chalking out all the formalities of this e-conference. Thank you, Sahib. It is your support and faith in our abilities that encourage us to conduct such academic activities time to time. I am very much thankful to our Vice Principals, Honorable Dr. R.A. Patil sir, Professor Dr. Vilas Gavli, Head of Rural Development, Dr. R.P. Matre, Mrs. Nandini Gaikwad, Dr. Leena Meshram, their colleagues and technical team for their relentless efforts to make this seminar a happening reality. Finally, I must appreciate and mention involvement of the participants of their overwhelming response to this e-conference. We have received more than 400 registrations from different states of India and few participants from abroad. I would like to thank all the participants for making time with us and helping us to make this event a grand success. I once again express my gratefulness towards all, and with the permission of the dais, I declare that this first session of this e-conference ends here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So with this, we conclude with the formal proceeding of the International E-Conference. And there are small announcements here to make. We will have a small break, that is a lunch break up till 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Later that we will start with the technical session 2, that is research paper presentation. The technical session chairperson who will join with us is Mr. Ganesh Dangat sir, Assistant Professor and Head of KBP College of Engineering, Satara. So we will shortly at 1 p.m. we will start with the presentations. And once again, I thank all the participants, all the speakers, research students who are attending and making this conference a grand success. And thank you once again for all the active participation. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.